Okay, so I realized that I'm awful at writing in my journal, and so I thought that this might be a little easier. Instead of writing every night, just do a video entry. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So last time I wrote, it was a couple weeks ago. I'll just kind of go over what happened. So where I left off my journal, there was a transfer that night. I think it was 2 Saturdays ago, and they opened up a Hindi speaking area, which is kind of cool. And nothing too new happened with that other than that. Let's see. Then a couple days after that, we had our interview. We had our activity with the Plan of Salvation. The day after that Sunday. It was okay. Not a lot of people came, but it was a very good fireside for the people who did come. I was kind of irritated at the young men because they started goofing off towards the end, and they really kind of messed it up for everyone else. But other than that, it was really good, and it went well. Let's see what else happened. Elder Hancock found out that he was going to get transferred, and he's going to zone leader in Nasori. He was pretty upset about that. Let's see, me and Elder Paulana, we went over to see Brother Nasova again last week. It didn't really go too well. We were talking with him, and he started going off about some of the members of the ward and why they're not good people, and like why they offended him. He mentioned Brother Bull specifically about how he said something about his daughter working in a nightclub, and he got all ticked off about that. And then he started making fun of some of the other members, started making fun of the leadership really bad about Lombasa. And he started making fun of me and Elder Paulana, just about how we don't say it straight, and we're not very frank with people, and it is kind of weird. Then he told us he was coming to church, though he never did. I asked the President what to do about it. He hasn't really said anything back. Which kind of brings us to this week. We had a crazy week this week. All the missionaries came up for a zone conference. We started out the week, and we were just moving into our new flat, which took a couple days, and it was kind of frustrating. But we didn't get too much missionary work done. Then Wednesday we were supposed to have a really good day, but then it got messed up because the zone leaders called and said that Taviuni was going to come up and stay with us that night. And so we spent all day waiting for them because they weren't sure what time, and so we couldn't really do much. But that night, me and Elder Hyde, we went on splits. We went up to Boda, and we met Shinal's uncle. And he seemed really interested, and he wants us to come back, so we're going up next week. Let's see, and then the next day was zone conference. It was the longest zone conference I've ever been to. It was 7 hours, but it was very good. Sorry, I'm just going to check if this is actually working. It looks good. So, after zone conference, we had dinner, and it was way good. Sister Klingler made like a way good potato salad. I don't usually like potato salad, but it was way good. And then we had a Christmas party, and we started out. We had just kind of like a Christmas program that the senior couples put on. It was a very good program. And after that, we had a white elephant gift exchange. We played bingo with all the areas in the mission. We just filled out the bingo sheet with all the areas, and it was very fun. I ended up getting 2 Spider-Man masks, but I traded Elder Hancock for a plastic scooter. It was pretty sweet. Then all the missionaries from Sabu Sabu to Haviuni, everyone stayed with us at the flat. It was crazy. But the next day, Friday, yesterday, we had interviews with the President. I kind of told him some stuff that I was kind of struggling with. I told him that I wanted to work on self-mastery. I didn't really know how to do that. So that's what I asked him about. He told me to study chapter 6 and preach my gospel, so I did that today. So that's something I'm trying to work on. But it was a really good interview with the President. After that, we went and got lunch, and then everyone headed back to their areas. We finally got our flat to ourselves for once. It was really good. We saw Shinal last night. Kind of went over her baptism with her. Then we baptized her today. It was way good. Again, not a lot of people came, but it was way good for the people who did come. Let's see. Joshua Bull, he baptized her, and she was really happy about it. And her mom was there, so hopefully that kind of gets her a little bit more excited about the gospel. She's kind of a new investigator, but she sits in all the lessons, but we haven't really started teaching her yet. Hopefully this will kind of make her want to take the lessons. After the baptism, we came back. We had to go clean the old flat. I don't know if I've talked about the landlords much, but they're so annoying. They are really mad that we're leaving, and so they're being really upset, really angry, and it's not good. We just had to move some stuff back here. We finally have everything we need moved, and it's really nice because we're just starting to settle in. And then we've just been doing studies. Not really much happened today other than the baptism. But yeah, I'm just gonna see if this works, this video entry thing, and if it does, that'll be good. So that's what I got for today. Not got.